Hello, darlings, and welcome to Digimon Ghost Game. This is the podcast where, maybe just for fun, we'll switch editors halfway, and the show will sound noticeably different. I am Emery. My pronouns are they, she, he. We're not actually gonna do that, don't worry.
He's such a good bit, though.
Emery just springing that on Elvier, because the two of them edit much.
Yeah, what if we all just switched to different computers with different microphones, so with a noticeable change in sound quality?
And a noticeable change in editing quality.
What if I take over and I haven't edited in a long time, so it's just total shit. Okay, I'm Morgan. My pronouns are they, he, and I really like Vileplume, the Pokemon. I wish we didn't see it in this episode, though.
Yeah.
Maybe I should introduce myself real quick.
Yeah,
first.
good point.
I'm Elvier. My pronouns are they, she, he, and if I got to pick a plant today, I wouldn't pick this one. I wouldn't.
Rip.
Too stinky.
He's stinky.
Stinky flower.
Stinky.
It's those flowers that smell like corpses or whatever the fuck they're called.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's based on.
Damn, she and the other flower girl should hook up.
So true. She would love it. She would love her stink. Oh my god.
And they'd be such a rude couple as well.
Oh, they would.
Oh, it'd be perfect.
They would be the worst.
I just assume she's rude even when she's not being taken over by whatever this strange substance is.
Yeah, I just assumed this was her personality, but she just didn't have to pretend. No.
She didn't have to be nice.
Yeah.
She went apeshit.
She got rid of the customer service voice.
So
now I want a webcomic about these two being roommates and being a problem for everyone around them.
God, it'd be so funny. It would be better than what we watched.
Boy, this episode today, huh? We keep dancing around it, but let's actually get into it. So
it could have been good. It was literally the first episode where they went to the digital world, and that could be great.
That could have been amazing. But alas.
Yeah, it was just kind of underwhelming for the 2 episodes away from the actual season finale.
I'm hoping they're just saving all their budget for the last 2 episodes,
Yeah, for
yeah,
real.
it's gonna they're gonna be in 3D. That's how much budget they're saving with this one.
Ugh. But I don't want it to be in 3D. There's so many. I have a lot of feelings about 3D
there's
anime.
So
and some
few
of it's fine.
Good ones.
But there's so much bad stuff. I was just watching a video about this recently and how a truck, the way it moved just looked so unnatural because it was 3D animated and the screeching noise. Whatever. I can't get into this now.
I can handle most of it, but I look at the hair and I say that moves like fabric, not like hair, and it annoys me.
Yeah.
It looks like hair, but it doesn't move like hair, and it can really take me out of it. That happens.
Now I'm just thinking about the bus in Kimono Friends, where sometimes when it's driving around, the wheels won't be spinning.
Oh no.
Big wheels sometimes don't keep spinning, and that's tragic.
So true. Big wheels don't keep spinning. So this episode is called The Black Zone of Death, and it doesn't start it started the last episode we talked about, where it didn't go Digimon Ghost.
It kind of just starts off with everyone, brooding on a rooftop.
They're so sad, dude.
Yeah. None of Kyoshiro's hacker tricks work. So he has to live in an analog world.
Yeah, he can't connect to the internet because there is no internet.
Worst. The fucking worst. I wouldn't. Oh no. Who do you talk to? Your friends? Ugh.
Ugh. I would be like, where are all my friends?
Oh yeah. I'd be like, where are my pretty anime boys to look at?
I would be in trouble. Like, I have, like, one person maybe I can hang out with. That's not true. I have, like, two, probably, I guess. But, like, one of them is my co-host on Forward 430 co-hosts. So, you know, I would still be like, we're still very much internet friends, even though we're not, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it'd still be very tragic.
I do have some friends that live, like, within walking distance of me, and I definitely am more of an online friend to them than a real-life friend. Sometimes that's easier. I'm sorry.
So true, though. So
do we just want to like run through this plot so we can talk about other stuff for the rest of the episode?
Yeah, let's.
We seem to be very much just because like before we started recording, we were talking about fucking Trigun and stuff.
Yeah, we're just kind of vibing this week. I hope you like it because apparently our capacity to do an actual episode is not that strong this week.
It's just it had no plot and it had no good animation.
Yeah.
So basically, you know, they can't connect to the internet. Like Hokuto's there, Terriermon Joshu is there, and we fucking love him. You know, all the Digimon are sad about the internet being gone. It's causing trouble all over the world. And also, there are, like, fucking monsters showing up all over the world. People are noticing these goddamn hologram ghosts.
Yeah.
As they're, like, you know, apparently appearing in more places than, you know, just this, like, one district of Japan, I guess.
The girl that, like, had all the Aimon stuff on her, like, was talking to Kirishiro on, like, a fucking landline and was like, hey, there's hologram ghosts everywhere, and I don't think we can hide them from people right now.
Yeah, Emma used payphone.
Emma, that's right.
Yeah.
We got to see a fucking flashback to Bokumon, and that was good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they learn that, you know, Hokuto says that Blacktailmon told him that actually they can use their Digivices to go to the digital world, and Bakumon says, hey, the reason Bokomon said, you know, you can't go to the digital world is because he was lying.
He was being a bitch.
Yeah, so that is kind of interesting, like, I think at the time we read that as him being like, oh, hey, your dad might be dead, and just kind of like awkwardly like not knowing how to address that directly. But if like that actually was a lie, then that kind of sheds like an interesting new light on the scene. That did kind of make me go, oh, interesting.
Yeah, there's like a few like small bits of interesting stuff like that in it, and just like. They kind of just, like, make a game plan about, like, going to the digital world because it's still there, but disconnected is what it seems like is happening. And there's not a lot of explanation as to why it's disconnected.
Yeah. Yeah, power just kind of went out. There's no real explanation for it yet. Also, we don't fully know why, like, Bokomon didn't want them, you know, opening a gate and going to the digital world. Like, so who knows? Who knows if there are more reveals in store for us, or it's just, like, there for plot convenience, you know? So Kuzuhamon shows up. She's like, what's up? I'm gigantic. And then she shrinks down to normal size and is like,
I'd love to see her again.
I can connect you to the internet so that you can open a gate.
I like that they're kind of friends now, even though she was, like, one of the, like, really strong guys that they were fighting. I don't know. That's all I was saying.
Yeah, they're just casually pals with a god now.
That's, like, sick. I don't know.
The entire time that scene was happening where she had the magic stuff, to make the portal appear. It was like, yeah, that's kind of how it feels when your laptop's acting up and you gotta do a very specific ritual to make it connect to whatever you're trying to make it do.
Genuinely, though.
God, so true.
Yesterday, I was trying to stay connected on Discord. I'm a little nervous now, but and I had to like pull out my phone, talk on my phone, then I had to like restart stuff, and it was a whole thing.
Yeah, I was talking on Discord about how I, was trying to get Mac to, I was trying to get Windows 10 to boot on my Mac. There we go. That's the sentence I was going for.
Woo!
And yeah, I actually had to sacrifice a chicken to do it.
So true.
So they go to the digital world. Hokuto and Terriermon Joshu try to come along.
They fucking fail because they're like too slow.
Yeah, and because Digital World was like, no way am I letting this man back in. He has a restraining order. He's banned.
Poor Terriermon Joshu, though.
Terriermon should find better friends.
Terriermon should find better friends. I like that he's just a different Terriermon because he has a coat on. Like, that's what makes him different. He's just a different guy. Like,
rules.
What the fuck? Okay.
He's not like other Terriermon.
He's not. Everyone, like, is like crashed on the ground, and they're like, "Oh fuck!"
Hey, but before that, Hokuto has a weird ass line where it's winter, so all the kids are in their winter outfits, and he calls out really specifically, like, "Hey kid, change your clothes," and I'm like, "Hey." Don't fucking say that to a teenage girl, you weirdo.
Yeah, and then
asshole.
Later he's a weirdo again. Because when when everyone's left, the school friends walk onto the roof. And Hokuto, what the fuck kind of smile was that? What are you going to do to those kids? What the fuck was that? What am I supposed to think?
To be a little fair, and I hate to be fair to Hokuto, Lily is the only one that's like still wearing her coat like inside, so he noticed. Like, it's very puffy, and that's all.
I did laugh about the fact that he was wearing like a tracksuit or a training or something like that.
Yes,
real normal clothes that are not ripped. And then in the next scene, he is once again wearing his ripped shirt and jacket. Why?
He's got to wear his outfit. He's got to wear his Digimon outfit.
He does go back to his outfit.
Got a match with Gamamon, I guess. Understandable, but why would you... He had real clothes.
Yeah, because Gamamon still has his little sleeve on his neck. He's had it on the whole time. It's cute.
So they go to the digital world. They land in a place called the Compiler Forest, which, Terriermon Joshu and everyone said that, like, hey, this is where you can go. There's monsters fighting and shit. You know how it is. Also, like, the whole forest is black with, like, magenta highlights. Again, I mentioned this last week. It's the fucking exact Gulus Gamamon color scheme.
It is.
So I'm sure that's fine.
No, it's normal.
It's fine, it's normal, it's fine.
Don't worry about it.
I like that they're all champion, like they all have to be champion forms or something in order to get to the digital world. I don't fully understand why.
I think they just avoided some evolution sequences there, and
fair enough
for that.
Fair enough.
Kyoshiro does a tumble into a smelly plant and inhales that shit.
Kyoshiro trips and falls on a big stinky flower.
Yeah, he goes evil mode.
His skin goes all purple and he turns evil, as you do. And then, he disappears and everyone's looking at him. And then, Thetismon also turns evil.
Evil Thetismon.
Kyoshiro is getting eaten by, like, flower petals. It's fine. And everyone fucking falls on flowers and is turning purple.
Yeah.
I'm really sprinting through this.
Yeah, these are the flowers that in real life smell like corpses, apparently.
Mhm.
I don't ever want to be near one of these.
No, me neither.
I've just decided that.
Mhm.
No, yeah. Good choice.
They find out the flowers aren't because of, like, the corruption or anything. They're because of this asshole named Raphael Simon, who is a fucking sexy big titty flower lady.
Oh, she's so hot. I'm sorry. She looked so cool.
She does.
Unfortunately, she is kind of fucking goth with it.
She's corrupted, so even if the, like, flowers aren't corrupting them, it's like she's corrupted and taking over because she's like, I want more people. And, like, it's kind of weird how excited Tesla, Jellymon, and Kirshiro are to be taken over by these flowers. It's kind of like, oh, they're horny about it. Okay.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's that kind of horny, I guess. All the plans make you horny for them. And then you end up in a sort of fuck or die situation, I guess.
Oh no! It's sex pollen.
Actually, no, it's a fuck and die. Yeah, it's a fuck and die situation.
Not the sex pollen.
They saw Kotaro about to get eaten by that flower girl, and they were like, "Damn, wish that was me."
They sure are into vor, huh?
Well, it just proves that they're a beautiful bisexual couple, though, also.
Yeah, that's what proves it.
I mean, one of many things. Them turning into the flowers is so funny, because they just, like, get sucked up into her sleeves.
Everything about it is so bad. Their transformation into flowers is not believable. They just do a little blah sound. And then they just disappear into her sleeve, and it feels like someone with one of those touchpad pencils is slowly moving it into her sleeve. That's the vibe I'm getting from it.
Boy.
Rough.
I've seen TikToks of higher quality than this.
Ugh.
Wow. Harsh.
Damn.
But yeah, so, you know, she's turned everyone into flowers and eaten them, and she's trying to turn Siriusmon into a flower and eat him. But then, you know, Siriusmon gets a funny little angry eye face on his cape, and it's like, haha, it's me, idiot. And it's like, Gulu Scamamon, what are you doing on the back of a cape? And then Raphael Simon turns him into a flower and eats him.
Gamamon has a who dis moment.
Uh-huh.
I like that Siriusmon is still just like, who's this? Who's talking to me?
Yeah.
And I'm like, bitch, have you not heard people talking about Gulus around you? Have you been that sleepy every single time?
Yes.
Yeah, and then Raphael
I might have been called. It might be Raflazimon, and I've been saying Rafelsimon.
Raphael Simon, one of them mons eats the Sirius flower, gets some serious indigestion because he's too powerful for her to handle.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, once again, main character disease, but I'll give it to him. Gamamon gets to have main character disease. So she spits it all out. She throws up, basically.
It kind of makes sense for him to have not main character disease, because he's also, like, kind of making a deal with the devil right now, aka himself.
Mm-hmm.
Or the monster that lives in his heart or something.
He is making a deal with the devil that is himself, yeah. That is very accurate, and that is what I'm gonna be telling myself I'm doing whenever I make a bad decision.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but, like, you don't have a little face that talks to you.
You don't know that?
True. You're right. I don't. I made an assumption.
Just like,
I'm so sorry.
That'd be like if I'm assuming that you've solved your little octopus problem that you had last week.
Listen, we don't have to talk about the octopus problem. It's fine. It's all taken care of.
Blink twice if you're being forced to say that.
You can't see me!
Then I don't have to solve it.
Sorry, everyone, we're not streaming video while we talk through this.
We're not. I just thought it would be funny. I'm sorry.
No, you're right, it would be. I ruined it. Oh man, okay, so, yeah, everyone's free, it's good.
Yeah, so Reflezimon gets sick and barfs and dies, and everyone's okay, except she died.
Yeah, she did die.
Yeah, but we're not talking about that. Apparently that's normal. It is implied that she's supposed to bloom and then wither instantly.
I guess so.
Which is, that's a shitty hand to have been dealt. I would also maybe go goth.
Me too. It's just, like, funny that they all have to be sucked up in order to kill her.
The little eyes disappear, and Gamamon is like,
Weird.
Weird. I wonder if that's anything I have to deal with.
Well, anyway, we'll deal with this later.
We don't know, because he definitely hasn't said it out loud yet.
It's fine, I probably don't have a dark passenger or anything, it's normal.
They go to a cloud city where they face...
Yeah, someone just tells them off screen that there's like, a funny voice in this floating, fucking floating,
Cloud.
what's the name of the place from Sonic 3? I'm blanking on it.
Oh, I wasn't ready for this trivia quiz.
I'm a bad Sonic podcaster. I don't know.
I don't need an excuse. I'm not associated with Sonic in any way, shape, or form.
Doesn't matter. It's just like a cloud place.
They go to heaven.
Yeah, they go to heaven.
The Sky Sanctuary. There we go. They go to Sky Sanctuary zone.
I like that. There's actually our Digimon that we saw that were sent back that we see because the bird.
Yeah, we see Saberdramon from the Dark Lizardmon episode, and Hero is like, hey, how's Dark Lizardmon doing? And Saberdramon is like, he fucking died.
He got like turned evil and died. Is kind of what it sounded like.
Yeah.
Huge bummer.
Just like, yeah, he got by the corruption, so presumably he's dead. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know, because we see living corruption, guys.
I don't think the show knows either.
Yeah.
So, then they fucking go to the place, and, there's a guy there who looks like, Dukemon in floral drag.
I wrote down Gandalf because he said you may not pass.
Oh, that's true.
That's so true. Floral Gandalf.
Floral Dukemon. Floral Dukemon wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what he is. At first I was like, is this going to be like some kind of Rosemon? But like, no. Nope.
Yeah. It is one of the evolutions from one of the more recent, like, virtual pet releases, I think. So I'm pretty sure this is a newer guy. I couldn't tell you their name, though.
I also couldn't tell you their name.
Hopefully we'll find out next time.
Yeah. So, and then that's where the episode ends. Yeah, that's pretty much the whole thing.
And what was the black zone of death? I guess the corruption. I don't know.
It feels weird to me that we're in the run-up to the end game and that we're not doing periodic episodes. Like this one really links back to the last episode and will link to the next episode. And it's like, why did they include a monster of the week? Just give me plot at this point. Just do not give me the hot goth lady. I know that's a weird thing to say.
I know.
Do not give me the hot goth lady. Just give me a cool little bit of plot that it shows me how fucked up the digital world is, because now I don't know. I don't know anything about it yet.
Yeah, I think the thing with this episode is, like, normally in Ghost Game the pacing is like a mile a minute because, it's trying to do, it's, you know, it's like doing a whole plot in just like the space of one episode.
Yeah.
And it is like, it's doing like a lot of setup, like a lot of, you know, rising action, and then like a big monster fight at the end. And it kind of put, you know, yeah, it's, and I think it does a pretty good job of like putting a lot of stuff in a small space without seeming too rushed. But like this time, now that they're like doing a multi-part arc, that quick pacing really seems to be like hindering it. Like it just kind of feels like they crammed too much into this one. And like, you know, now that we're in like the actual end game, now that we're in like literally like the final 3 episodes, it kind of feels like they should be taking their time a bit more to like actually like sort of, you know, live in this, you know, just like live in this world a little bit and establish the stakes of like the like fucking internet being out all over the world. And like,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I kind of wish that, you know, they had like, I wish that they had like slowed the pace down and like probably like made this arc longer and you know, just crossed off some of the fucking earlier Monster of the Week episodes. I don't know.
I thought we were gonna get a bit of a travel episode. I thought they were gonna travel through the digital world and we'd get to see some fun bits and maybe see some things that we could point at and say, I remember this from another Digimon series. This is a callback. I would have loved that.
Yeah. But then it's like, no, they just like land on their ass, fight a flower, and then like fly straight to the last level.
Fly to heaven, you know.
Basically teleport because we do not get to see any more surroundings.
This episode was written by someone who thinks like Lord of the Rings trilogy would have been like unilaterally improved if they had just ridden the eagles to Mount
It is, and
oh
this
my God,
is proof.
you're so right.
This is proof that wouldn't have been fun.
But like, at the same time, it's like, I wonder how much of it is like, they thought they'd have more time. How much of it is like,
yeah,
you know, did they know that they were going to get like a couple episodes left and make it to 67? Did they know, you know?
Are they mad that they don't get to go to 69? Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
It makes me very worried for the next episode. Because I'm like, is this how we're going to end it? Do I have to end a series that I seriously loved a lot with disappointment?
Yeah. Yeah, like you said, at the very least, I wish they would have, like, cut out the Monster of the Week part and, like, actually given more time to, like, the developing plot.
Even if it was just, like, multiple corrupted monsters chasing them, that would have somehow still felt better, because it would have been like, oh, okay, this is a serious issue, it's going on, but it's like they had, like, 2, and it's like, oh, they're not, like, groups following them, or if it was like someone we had seen before, like that could have been, you know, if they wanted to do the Monster of the Week, they could have been like, hey, this is a guy you fought before who's back, and like they were like an early episode, and they were like, you know, they seemed like they should have been like just champion level energy or adult level energy, but they're like as strong as a fucking like ultimate guy, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? Is this corruption like boosting them like crazy or something? You know, like there's ways of making it just one guy, and this was not it.
Yeah. You know, I can't help but, like, think back to, like, the episode of Tamers where they first go to the digital world, and that one was, like, I think, like, they were going something similar, where just, like, you know, kids land in the world, like, you know, and, like, are, like, completely sort of, you know, caught flat-footed just by, like, you know, just like all the weird stuff going on. Like, I think this episode would have like definitely, Yeah, definitely done a lot better if, like, more of it was just, like, committed to that, just to, like, them, like, suddenly having to deal with, like, a foreign hostile environment. And then, like, this is also a world where they've, like, befriended so many of, like, the Digimon that they've encountered. Like, why don't they just, like, meet up with some old guys who are like, yeah, we can help you around? Like, that would actually be, like, a new angle on, like, you know, the sort of kids go to the digital world development, you know?
Yeah, they only like ran into one. They ran into Sabermon or whatever, but like
and like who knows if Saberdramon is like gonna get anything more than like those 3 lines that they had, you know?
it felt very offhand instead of being like, hey, I can help you out and then we can fly there or something. It was like, oh, we're just on you now, I guess. Whatever.
Yeah.
I just
wish it were better, you know?
Especially because I like this show, obviously. I mean, we've talked about it.
I hope the last 2 episodes are good. I hope this is like a fluke, because like, like last episode we all fucking loved. Like, I hope that this is just like...
The episode before, too.
And again, like... We talked about like how this episode like clearly changed directors midstream, like hopefully the reason this one feels so rushed is because like they were really gearing up for the last 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't mean like the entire ending was rushed.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They are taking a break, which doesn't mean we're taking a break, but it does mean that we're not going to be talking about Ghost Game next week.
We will talk about Ghost Game.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like, I'm hoping that maybe gives them a little space to like fix errors and stuff. Like, I know it's just 1 week and that's not enough time, but like even just a little bit of time to be like, okay, we need to slow this down. This is, you know.
Yeah, I don't really think there's a whole lot you can do for like an animated episode in like the last 2 weeks of production, but yeah.
There's not, but I'm still like,
but we can hope.
I'm still, you know, hoping. Like, even if they can just like make one small little like artistic change and it's like, good.
One thing I will say I enjoyed, though, they got Aoi Tada back to play Terriermon.
Yeah.
And I think it's really nice that, you know, she retired from voice acting after, you know, like only doing, like basically her 2 roles that you see for her are like Edward from Cowboy Bebop and Terriermon and Lopmon from Digimon. Like, it's nice that she's like still like, you know, committed enough to the franchise to like come back and do Terriermon, and I think that's really nice.
If you got to voice Terriermon, would you not always come back for that role?
Yeah, true. Like, Terriermon is really fucking good.
Oh, he's so cute.
It's very cute. We love Terriermon.
It was very funny to have little Terriermon explain concepts that are very complicated in what the subtitles made me assume was baby terms, so that everyone would understand it. It was very cute.
I'm like, Terriermon, how did you get involved with this motherfucker? Like, I'm glad to see you, and I'm glad that that's probably why we see you, is because of him, but why did you get involved with him?
Yeah, Hokuto even said, like, yeah, this little guy's been acting as my assistant. I didn't ask him to, though. Terriermon just showed up.
You know what?
Terriermon said, this man should not be unsupervised.
And
yeah.
He's right.
Derogatory.
Elvier, you should watch Tamers. Terriermon's one of the main characters in that.
Yeah!
I know,
And then Lopmon shows up, and, you know, Terriermon's a little guy who's rude, and then Lopmon shows up, and they're like a little guy who's polite.
I'm just
very
the
polite.
same voice actor.
I'm just
and it's
stuck
so cute.
on what Crunchyroll is willing to show me, because I'm very lazy.
Elvier,
I will send you the torrent file.
Emery has
It's
like
so
all
easy.
of it.
Yeah, I have the whole goddamn thing.
Yeah, if you send it to me, I'll watch it.
I can help you pirate any season of Digimon with 0 effort.
I could do that myself. I'm just very lazy about it. Crunchyroll is super easy. You just
True.
It's there. You stream it.
Do you have a torrent client?
I haven't done.
Okay.
And
right now, as we're recording the podcast,
Maybe we should do this on podcast.
No, this is in Minecraft.
There are no cops listening. Don't worry.
It's just we're just joking anyway, but like
yeah, this is just for the bit.
Yeah, no, this is parody. This is all parody. This is all a
joke, funny.
Yeah.
You know, to be honest, Tamers is probably streamable somewhere.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. You might find the dub though, and I think Elvier. What? You're Elvier.
I'm Elvier.
Okay. I think Emery would want you to watch the sub, is what I was trying to say.
Yeah, sub is definitely superior IMO.
I think the Tamer's dub is fine though, as far as like bad, you know. There's worse.
There are definitely worse ones. Like, I think they definitely do a better job than 4Kids would for a lot of their There's like actually some jokes that still land, like, but also there's a lot of jokes that don't land, you know.
They're better than Adventure also.
Yeah.
I think Adventure has too many jokes a minute. Like, I know some people love it. I know it's beloved. But it's just, like, too much for my small little brain to be like, okay, these aren't funny and there's too many of them.
The most objectionable thing, well, in me, IMO in the Tamer's dub. I mean, one is the scene in episode 9 where Takato just like cries for a full minute and there's no dialogue. In the dub, they put a bunch of jokes over that instead of primary colors, and I will never forgive them.
He's allowed to cry. Let him cry.
Let him cry. And then also they made Renamon horny for no reason.
I forgot about that. I forgot Renamon was kind of horny. Even though that's why everyone has a fucking like crush on her in the fucking like, furry community.
They really did not know what they were unleashing when they made Renamon
Baby's
like that.
first furry crush.
Oh yeah. 100%. It's either like her or Crystal is what it seems like people our age anyway. If you're like, at least if you're attracted to women, I guess.
Yeah, maybe also Lola Bunny.
Oh, yes.
Maybe also like
Sally
from Sonic Comics or Rouge, you know.
Sally and Rouge or, yeah.
There's a lot of them. Anyway.
I wonder what the Gen Z one is, you know?
Yeah.
Gotta ask some Gen Z furries.
Yeah, gotta make some Gen Z friends for that.
Gen Z furry is what made you like this.
But they're like older Gen Z, so they might just end up liking the same stuff as like me, you know? Like they're like, you know, early 20s instead of like teens. I don't really have teen friends.
Yeah, this is just a general question to our entire audience. Let us know what your first furry crush was. We need it for science.
Fuck it, yeah, sure, go for it.
Join us on Discord. Okay, we gotta end the fucking episode.
Okay,
I'm sorry for taking up so much time with the stupid.
No, it's fine. We'll figure it out one day.
That can be taken out.
Elvier, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Elvier or on Tumblr at mattrimcounten.tumblr.com.
I'm Morg. You can find me at Haunting the Morg on Twitter and Tumblr. You can also find me on on co-host at Gengar. You can also find me on my other podcast, the Sonic Shuffle, a random and holistic Sonic lore podcast. And fucking Ford ReZero, a ReZero watch podcast. I think that's it.
I'm Emery. You can find me on a podcast called We Write Queerbait, where we talk about all the stuff in media that is undeniably gay, but also should have been canon. Also doing some funny furry art. You can check out my Fur Affinity gallery with the username Space Robot. You can get in touch with me about commissions at spacerobotart@gmail.com or on Discord if you know me there. I'm also on an upcoming audio drama pilot, news of which should be forthcoming. So this podcast is on Twitter, DigiGhostGaze at DigiGhostGaze. We're on Tumblr at digimonghostgaze.tumblr.com. We got a funny little Discord server. You can go there and ask me to share torrents with you. Haha, parody, joke. But yeah, I do art streams on Fridays. We got Tokusatsu Mondays, where we do a group watch of Kamen Rider Double and Garo. It's a pretty fun time over there. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention next week, as we said, we're doing some more Digimon Ghost Gayest. We're gonna start covering Try. I have not actually picked out the episodes we're gonna do yet, but you know, if you join our Discord server, I'll like post about it there when I get it figured out. Or if I get it figured out by the time I finish editing this, I'll just slice something in. But yeah, Digimon Try for the next 2 weeks. It's pretty gay, pretty fucking homosexuals, if you ask me. Okay, Emery from the future finally here. After much extensive rewatching, I have determined that the episodes we will be watching for the first part of our Digimon Ghost Gayest Try coverage will be Reunion Part 4, Determination Part 1, and Loss Part 2. I wonder if you can hear my cats fucking jumping around in the background, because they are doing that. Okay, bye. So this podcast is part of the Noisespace.xyz network. You can go to Noisespace.xyz and find other podcasts with cool hosts covering a whole range of topics. So I think that about does it for us. So until next time, all you poltergeists, ghouls, and non-binaries.
Digimon is for the gays.
For the gays.
Goodbye, darlings.
Bye.